big rooms. I said, I went to Providence office. I said, oh, I said, yeah, I'll accept the keys for this house. I said, where? I said, oh, I never noticed bathrooms. It was a bathroom. He said, do you know that? Yeah, the back of the house. I said, yeah. He said, go to the end of that yard. This is coal house. There's toilet, and then on the left-hand side there's a little room, bit of space. I thought, yeah. This is yeah, and then it says, well, that bit of space. Look, there's a 6-foot tin bath hanging there. I thought, what? He says, yeah. He says, just fill that with hot water, you'll be okay. Oh God! But I'd accepted keys and everything. And, oh God, what have I done? But I love that house anyway.
So we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Yep. Kicking off.
So where should I start from?
Introduction, and I'll lead it. It'll be easy. Okay. Up and running.
Yep.
Hello. My name's Laurence. Steve.
Hello, my name's Stephen Lodge.
Stephen. And Steve, what's your second name?
Stephen Hamilton.
Stephen Hamilton. And you are from
Mexborough.
Mexborough.
Originally from Conisborough.
Right. And you, what pits were you working down?
I worked at Cable Main Colliery and did training at Manvers and Barnborough collieries. You know, before I got back to Cable. You know, so that's
right. And what period of time are we talking?
Oh, this is 1966.
Right, 66. How? Well, you look very young. Can we just go? How old are you?
I'm 67.
Oh Christ, bloody hell, man! I feel older than you.
How old are you?
I'm a 51.
Oh.
It's the beard. Don't worry.
Yeah,
don't worry.
Yeah.
Christ, 61.
Well, my younger brother looks like Santa.
Oh really?
And you know, it'd be great for Father Christmas, and I was Father Christmas last year.
So you're a healthy miner.
Oh yes, I left just in time before all the dust got to me.
Yeah, because we have a lot of, we've had a hell of a lot of stories of
yeah.
illness and suffering, and see someone with a fresh red
I remember my uncle died with lung disease, being through mining.
Really?
He was a deputy at Broadsworth and Markham, I believe. Yeah.
Right.
Vincent Sables, I call him.
Yeah, so you got out. Basically, you got out in time before the dust got to you.
I did. I got out in 1980.
Right. So you
I packed in. So I did like 15 years in KB. But
and KB was a good mine.
It was a good mine.
In the sense of, I've heard that KB coal is good coal.
We've got all the quality. We've got the big washery plant.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Good camaraderie between the men.
Yes.
So you know, well, should I start from when I left school?
Yeah. Well, no, let's go a bit further than that. No, let's go a bit further back. How?
Further back?
Yes. Where were your father? Your father? What was he?
My father was a miner at Deneby Pit.
At Deneby. So you've
and before that, I got uncles who were in mining.
Right.
I've got 7 brothers.
7 brothers?
Well, 7, including me. 7 of us, and we worked at various pits in South Yorkshire. I had a brother that had an accident at Edlington, Yorkshire Main Colliery, but when he were getting better, as he thought, he ended up getting Hodgkin's disease, cancer of the marrow, which 18 months after he died. But
right.
Yeah.
Blimey. So your father was a miner?
My father was a miner.
At the same pit that you were? Deneby Main? KB and Deneby?
Deneby and KB, they're like amalgamated.
Yes.
Deneby KB Colliery Company or something.
Yeah.
My father worked at Deneby Pit. I worked at KB Pit. My brother Gary, Malcolm, Philip Walter, Kevin. You know, we all worked at KB.
Crikey.
Except for when Ronald left to go join the army, and then after the army went back to work at Edlington.
Right.
Which were a good pit as well.
So were you all Yorkshire born and bred, or?
Oh yes, yes.
Did you come from another?
My mother's side, they call them Sables. Well, they originate from.
I'm going to just before you start, I'm going to move around you. Don't follow me around. I'm going to need to do your ear.
Yeah. My mother's side, they came from Pink Panther country.
What's that?
what is it, Geordieland?
Geordieland, Pink Panther country.
They came from Geordieland, and then when they came down, I think my granddad were a miner also, or an official at one of the pits around here. And then he stayed, but his dad, he went back. He didn't like the deep mines, the South Yorkshire, so he went back.
Okay.
But they were all mining family, so these are all scattered around the area.
So you really, there's not much else other than mining in your blood?
Yeah. Run through my veins.
Yeah. So and before and your grandfather, I mean, were they? What was he?
Yeah.
Miner?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And what about before that?
My great granddad, I don't know on my dad's side, because my mother's side, we can go right far back.
Really?
From to Durham to Cumbria to Ireland and beyond, you know, because one of the family did all the family tree, and then. But my dad's side, I tried to do my dad's side, and it stops. There's a First World War chap. What's his name? Alfred. There's Alfred. There's a great granddad with a bowler hat on. Right. And somebody said that he were a navvy, you know, doing the railways, and used to use a dynamite to blast through.
You got a photograph with him with a bowler hat on?
I've got a bowler hat. I thought, why has he got a bowler hat? You know, why does he look like a toff? Really like all official. And then there's my dad's dad. He only looked young as well. I mean, and I thought, well, there's all these miners, but he died young.
Your dad died?
So, yeah.
Your grandfather?
So my dad didn't know anything about his family or where they came from.
Right.
So as far as we know, my dad's side, they're all from Yorkshire.
So what I'm looking at here then is a Yorkshire face.
Oh yes.
So what we might get is a proper Yorkshire face in.
Yeah, right.
This is a bit of an honour. Gosh. So, where did you live when you were with your father? Where was your?
Well, I lived up Cononby. Cononby's at Conisborough.
Conisborough, where the castle is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I lived at, talking about the castle, I've got my face in Conisborough Castle as well.
Really? What, a gargoyle?
No! There's Otto Oates de Thiel.
What?
Otto Oates de Thiel. 13th century, he looked after his lordship's needs and making his fires and making sure there was food on his table and stuff like that.
Yes.
But they've got the image, like you do in the moulding.
Yeah.
They've got the image, but it's like a 9 foot tall projection as you go up the steps into the castle.
Yeah. And it's you?
Yeah. And everybody goes, Steve Ashton, Lynn, Conisborough Castle. Oh my God.
So you're like a projection or something? Or
yeah. Every now and again there's like a timing, one of these timing glasses projected on the wall.
Right.
And then it's counting down. As soon as the sand goes through, then the image comes on the wall.
Really?
And then it's me speaking.
Are you dressed up in an
it's all
medieval
like,
outfit?
It looks like Robin Hood gear. Doing, hello, my name's Otto Oates de Thiel.
I'm hand servant to the Lord, whatever.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, that's good to know.
What's funny, you know, there's an archaeologist. What's his name? There's a singer I knew from one of the heritage groups. And his daughter, he told me, he said, oh, she's been chosen for Lady Isabella. You know, I said, oh, is she? And I said, oh yeah. No, when I saw her at Conisborough, when we invited, there she was across the room. You know, but all these faces, and she just looked like him. So I said, oh, so yeah. I said, are you so-and-so's daughter? She said, you know, I mean, yeah, she said, how do you know? I said, you look like him, drag. You know, they're a likeness. Yeah. And I said, what interesting when you find a little bit of pottery.
Carry on. You're too sociable. Move forward. You've got to be disciplined in your conversation.
Oh, yes.
Go on then.
And he put me off now. Yeah.
So you were born in Conisborough, Conaby, And you
No,
lived in
I was-
pit houses, or?
I was born at Montague Hospital, Mexborough.
Okay.
I was born at, which was a hospital funded by the Coal Board.
Yeah.
So it was built for miners who had, you know, any accidents. They all went to.
Okay.
They all went to that hospital. So that was like one of the main hospitals to treat victims of injuries at the pit.
Right. And care for the needs, obviously, of childbirth and.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes. A couple of my kids were born
Oh,
at that hospital as well. Yeah, decent place.
So where do you live? I mean, did you live in a pit
Oh,
houses?
yes.
What was your first house? What did you go back to as a baby?
My first house was on Leslie Avenue, Cononby.
Right.
Lived there until I was 16. And then my good old dad, he says, you know, waiting for 6 weeks holiday for leaving school. And my dad says, oh, come on, Stephen. He says, you know, he says, do you mind going to woods with your mates? He says, come on. He says, you're going down to the pit.
Really?
I'm going to see about a job. I thought, 6 weeks holiday. He said, no, straight out of pit. So I went to down to KB Pit. I said, oh yeah, and I went with my friend as well. And he got asthma. He says, oh no, I can't set you on. You know, so my best mate, he didn't go down the pit.
Crikey.
And then I was invited and they set me on straight away. Oh my God.
And so your family were very pro, obviously, because a lot of people say, oh, my father didn't want me to go down pit, I didn't want that to happen. They
Yeah.
did.
Oh, my dad
You
wanted
were just
to.
really happy to get down
Yeah,
there.
because it was one of the biggest employers around here,
Yeah,
NCB.
Yeah.
And we having uncles and cousins and brothers all working at the pit. And yet,
Gosh, so I mean, you.
my
I
dad
mean,
made sure that we all started the pit because it was an NCB house, and somebody in the house, because my dad was worried in case he came off ill.
You had to be working.
Yeah, somebody in the house had to be working for the coal board.
Right.
Well, so we made sure that we all the brothers,
So they'd literally chuck you out.
Oh,
If-
yeah,
if
they could.
all 8 and 9 of you. would be
apparently, yes, yeah.
doing- Jesus.
And then
And were they? I mean, did they subsidise the rent and all that sort of stuff? I mean, the coal board good in that way, or was it? Were they making money out of you in the kind of house, as it were?
I don't know about that. It'd been,
I imagine.
yeah, I suppose they are subsidised
Imagine
because we got free coal as well.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
You got free coal.
we got free coal.
How
and,
much coal did you get a month?
It's usually a ton of coal.
A ton of coal. Is that a s-
We all took turns in getting it in. It'd been, yeah,
Gosh.
yeah. A lot of kids don't know what. This is my old brass check from KBP,
Oh, brilliant.
and that a bit of KB coal.
Wow, that's your check. Yeah. Did this come?
No,
Did this? Did
that was one
everyone-
of the kids' pencil sharpeners. I used with the helmet on. So
You got,
my locket.
did you put it on that coal, or did you get it given to you?
I put that on.
Did you get the coal given to you?
When the kids finished with the pencil sharpener or when it got broke, I took the inside out, and then I made an indentation for my brass check to go in. I put my locker key inside the helmet.
Oh,
which is,
really?
if you look, 1939 locker key.
Gosh.
That's stuck inside. A bit of KB coal. So you know, just
Fantastic.
yeah. So that's just a keepsake.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Museum.
I thought I'd have to show you that.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
a bit of real coal what we used to use for.
It looked very dense. I know you
Yeah.
varnished it probably or something, but
Yeah.
it looked like quite a dense, packed piece of
Black diamonds.
black diamond.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting distracted. I don't want you to, because I know we've got a lot to talk about, and I have to try and conduct an interview at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in the houses and the lifestyle of you as a child. So your childhood, your dad's down the pit. What's your mother doing?
Oh, my mother, when my dad was working, in the summer, you know, I mean, besides being a housewife, looking after the house and cooking meals for us, coming home and then one thing and another. In her spare time, she used to go with sister-in-law and some of the other ladies, and they used to go in the pea picking fields and potato picking in
Really?
summer. And when we weren't doing anything, when we were on holidays or anything like that, we used to be picking potato picking as well. Even when we were kids, we used to do it.
Yeah. And you are
so that was.
And you were generally earning money in that way then, earning money for the family.
Yeah. We come home with the what you call homers, the peas all spurtated, and could sell them for a few bob around the houses. Really? You know, two bob, half a crown, or whatever. That's old money.
Would you consider it poor? Would you consider yourself to have been poor?
Well,
or would you consider yourself to have been?
We were fairly poor, but there were other families who were more poorer than us in the street. And my mother, we used to keep hens as well, hens and rabbits. And the poor families, like during the strike, my dad and mother would help out either with the eggs. Or knock a rabbit in its head, you know, or ring out hens and neck and boon, and supply them with a bit of food.
So you'd be considered. I mean, obviously you were, you know, you'd have your eye on people that needed.
Yeah, because my mother, even though there was no need for it, she used to go to jumble sales just to get clothing for some of these families, get them shoes.
Really?
Because some of the kids we used to know used to have holes in the shoes back then.
And would these people be willing to accept this kind of charity, or was it quite difficult to?
Drinking partners with my dad as well have been.
Because often you go, I'm not taking any charity, you know, we're all right, that kind of thing. You hear stories of people saying, actually, no, I don't.
I mean, we helped each other out, you know. I mean, if my dad really did a hand with anything, that they would like to help.
Pigeons?
Yeah.
Any pigeons about?
I had a couple of doves, so we didn't have. Everybody else on the allotments had pigeons. I mean, it used to be great. One of my mates, a pigeon flyer, come on then. And he says, that blooming pigeon, he says, you know, one of his champions, he says, it's hard to get it in his loft. He says, I'm going to wring its neck one day. He says, if you don't get in that loft. I said, because there's big money or something to be made. And I couldn't believe it. It was just an ordinary pigeon worth a lot of money.
Oh, really? So, what period?
They used to go out in the boxes, in the baskets, down to Conisborough railway station.
Yeah.
You know, I've been clocking them all in, timing them in. And I go, come on in, you know, shaking the tins. And then, I think, God, you know, it was nice to see pigeons flying around.
Yeah.
And then, as I say, I don't know what he did with his champion bird in the end. He probably wrung its neck. Because he was fed up with it. Because time and time again, he lost money.
What, with his champion bird?
Yeah, with his champion bird. Now and again, he used to get it in. And,
when you say in, you mean getting it back
into the
after the race to get the clock right.
Yeah, they got to clock them all in with the rings or something.
Yeah. So this damn pigeon would get there and start circling around and not arrive.
Circle around and all land on top of the hook.
So you knew it was going to win, but he couldn't get it in the thing.
And I thought that was crazy, you know. This lad, they call him Robert Peters, and I used to love watching him getting his pigeons in. You know, I mean, when he won it, he was great. It was straight into Ivanhoe.
Is that? I presume that's a pub.
Local pub, yeah. A few drinks. We've done it.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So is this in the 50s, 60s?
Oh yeah. Well, between 50s and 60s, yeah.
So I love that idea.
Good times.
Pigeon culture.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Like I said, there's few friends, you know, who used to fly the pigeons, but I just had a couple of fantail doves.
Yeah.
I used to hatch my own eggs out at school in an incubator, or if we had a broody hen, they used to peck, they did. You know, put the eggs under. But
so you put the pigeon eggs under a brooding hen?
Oh no, not pigeon eggs, the
chicken
hen eggs.
These are you said fantail doves?
Oh, we used to have fantail doves and whatnot. Yeah. I used to like them because, you know, they're
beautiful.
Yeah. When you see him like being Noah in his ark and you see the dove, you know, I always thought, well, I might one of them, and I've got 2 or 3.
Really?
Trouble is, I started laying eggs, having young, and they've got nearly a shed full by the time I finished.
Really? How lovely.
When a fox or a dog got into the hen run once, going back to the poor families, it was near Christmas time, winter, and something, either a fox or a dog, got into the hen run, killed some of the hens, and a couple of ducks what we had. And my dad buried them in the hard ground of the allotment. And this one of the neighbours, one of our friends, you know all the family, I'll just call him Ned anyway. He said, "Hey, Walt," said to me, Dad, he said, "This is down at Ivanhoe Club." He says, "Walt," he says, "what did you do with them hens and them couple of ducks? What got killed today?" He says, "Oh, I buried them in the allotment." He says, "Ah," because they were poor.
Yeah.
He says, "Will you do me a favour?" He said, "Well, let me go up to the allotment and show me where they are." And he says, "Can I have them?"
Really?
He says, "What do you want?" He said, "Yeah." Anyway, they went to the allotment, dug them all up. My dad took the hens home, he plucked them, gutted them, cleaned them up nice, and they had a great Christmas.
Really?
Yeah. And I didn't tell the family, well, a couple of years ago, you know, the kids.
So you know the family still?
So, I still know the family.
You told them?
But if I said the surname, I might be embarrassed.
Yeah, of course.
But you know, it's one of the stories from the past which
Incredible.
you know, I thought, well, they're still alive. They're all, I mean, one's a car salesman. They've all done pretty well. You know, been oh great.
Wow.
It's like when they had Hell's Angels.
Oh yeah.
The daughter of one of them married the Kamikazes leader of the motorbike gang from Wath.
So you got a motorbike gang called the
my brother, he had a bantam, and he was 6 foot odd, 6'3", I think.
Yeah.
And then he had a bantam that looked like a great ape, being riding this little bike and going up and down the street. But they used to be Hell's Angels with rival gangs, one at Wath and one at Conisbrough. And then she started, one of the daughters started courting this leader of the gang from from Wath, and then they've been best friends. I suppose they were rivals at one bit. And then below me, from leathers, Scorpions were my brothers. He always used to put nice artwork on back of the leather jackets,
Yeah.
Scorpions. And they used to have, Kamikaze used to have the Japanese flag, is it? The
Okay.
the red flag, the sun. And then when Flower Power came in, they went to Lord Conyers pub on a big night, a big do, and it's all part of universal love. I thought, what? And I looked at it, and in paper, so all these Hell's Angels had turned into Flower Power people. Flower beyond, oh my God. I regard myself as normal because I had ordinary clothes all the way through.
So
I've had same hairstyle since I was a kid. And even my kids said, "Oh, you're like one of these play people you would have. You never change your hairstyle." Well, I'm not bothered. It suits me. Yeah.
So these Hell's Angels turned into hippies overnight.
Yeah.
The mass burning of the jackets.
Yeah, because like I couldn't believe, you know, when I saw them, because it used to be Doncaster Evening Post, and I got this copy, and it shows you. What do they say in papers? My brother Ronnie said, "It's all a part of universal love" or something. Oh, you know, hard man, Hell's Angel. I mean, it's all Flower Power, make love, not war.
Well, the world's a better place for it, I should
Oh
think.
yeah,
God.
more babies. Oh dear. God. But my granddad, on my mother's side, what can I say about him? We never ever hardly saw him because my dad was, we would call it Protestant. And
Yes.
And they were Catholics.
Right.
Because when my mum and dad married, you know, my granddad never had anything to do.
It's funny, we had this story yesterday as well, as someone said. I mean,
Yeah.
I asked about the divide in the minds, whether there was a Protestant Catholic kind of divide. But
Yeah.
I didn't seem to think that there was.
I mean,
down below.
we all were, when you're working together, just
you don't care.
nobody would bother because they're all camaraderie, everybody happy-go-lucky.
It's interesting, this underground kind of world, separate from all the politics above, really.
Yeah, but it's like I recently found out that Cilla Black, the singer, she had the same problem. I thought, what? You know, when I saw that film, I thought, what? I said, that's just what happened in our family. What granddaddy being, he's Catholic, he doesn't like the, God. So it never had anything to do with my mum again.
Really?
You know, from when
So
they-
his
when they
daughter,
married.
basically.
Yeah, yeah. My mum weren't bothered. You know, she were happy with me dad. You know, that were it. Playing.
And was he down? Was he still up in Durham?
No, my
The mother, your maternal grandfather.
no. This is when they're in Woodlands,
Woodlands. Oh, right.
Doncaster. But he was very strict. Anyway, he used to be Magic Circle as well. He used to, when
Magic Circle.
When he went down the pit, he used to disappear. No,
Did you get that?
no, he used to do the.
I thought you were going to go. He used to get a white tablecloth out, a little wand, and during snap time, he'd do the moving, balls
Yeah,
under
well,
the
he
cups.
did that. He did
He
all that.
disappeared underground.
He did the thing with the watches and made things. he made things vanish or whatever, and he went to the clubs, and he always seemed to be busy doing different. If it weren't official work for the pit, he'd do the clubs. I don't know if for pin money or just for fun, because he were in the Magic Circle.
Really?
And then,
Oh, so he was a magician.
yeah, but he always made a point in being out when we came over. My dad never went to my grandparents' house. We used to go out, and my granny she always had this funny voice, he used to call us Hinny. And I was thinking, why does my granny talk like that? When I grew up, I found out because it's this Geordie way, is it?
Oh.
Something for little ones or something.
Yeah.
But,
Oh yes, a language.
yeah, and it was just getting used to what she was saying. But there was cakes, jellies, everything. We used to go over, there used to be a table full of food.
Really?
I thought, they're rich.
Yeah.
Being... Yeah,
And these were your grandparents.
Yeah,
But this is the grandparent that wouldn't talk to your mum.
yeah.
So you still had
My
relationship.
granddad,
Yeah.
my granddad were okay. Just the granddad. Because apparently, because they came over from Ireland originally, potato family I think,
Really?
and then they settled in Cumbria. Then my granddad, were in Durham, met me. I don't know if Tantoby or Dipton, the place. One of them lived, and the other one lived, and then they met each other. Well, my granny were from a farming family.
Right.
And he were in mining, he were an official in mining, and he'd got money as well, and I like looking down the nose at these farming family or whatever, but they're a bit snobbish, if you know what I mean, my granddad, and then they moved down for the deep mines in South Yorkshire.
Yeah.
So for deep mining, so that's why they left it there. But he brought his dad, my great granddad, and then he didn't like it. He can keep Yorkshire. I'm going back.
Right.
So he went back to Geordie Land, is it?
Yeah.
Pink Panther country. Yeah.
So, okay. So
yeah,
we've got
drum.
Oh right.
You know,
I didn't get that either. Durham. Pink Panther country. Very
yeah.
good. Very
Oh, that's
good.
where.
I like it.
Sorry about that. He'll be laughing all afternoon when he's doing these other
Well,
sculptures.
it's quite nice when you eventually get it. It's like, I've just got it now. I understand. I'm clever.
Yeah.
Durham. No, I won't forget that now. I'm buggered now when I go up to Durham.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Jack Cooster. Who was it? What's his name? Peter Sellers.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Peter Sellers, what a genius.
Yeah, definitely.
We don't want to talk about him, we want to talk about you. So, now where were we? Right, I still haven't got the flavour. You keep going off, which is very good. The flavour of your childhood in this house. So, 7 of you living in a pit row street.
Yeah, when I was a child, I used to be in the middle of my brothers in a big double bed. There used to be a single bed in one side of the room, a single bed at the other side of the room, and there are a big double bed. One of the brothers, they got older, they used to smoke and they used to light the bedroom up. But he were allowed because he'd started working down the pit.
So he
He'd
smoking in the
started
bedroom.
smoking. So at night time, and you'd see, it'd be pitch black, and all of a sudden, room would light. Oh God, what's this? And then, but usually, my younger brother, I always used to wake up in the morning. Or my dad used to cut hair.
Cut hair?
Cut hair, yes. My younger brother used to like chewing gum. my brother Kevin, and he'd be in the middle of us. And you can guarantee, sometimes he'd stick his chewing gum on the bed head, behind the bed head.
Like Lonnie Donegan.
Yeah, but then, yeah, I just like him as well. But then, sometimes I used to wake up and at the back of my head, I got this hard patch. And the next morning I thought, what's this? I'd try and pull it off. What is it? And it was chewing gum stuck up my back of my hair. Well, my dad, he got the old shears, you know, when he were in Burma, he used to take his shears with him. He could cut the different soldiers' hair, you know, when they're out.
So he was in Burma?
When they're out in action. And then he used to cut everybody's hair. And then when we were kids, because he loved his boxing as well, my dad.
What, actually fighting himself?
He used to be a boxer.
Did he?
They just called him Golden Boy of Surabaya or something. You know, being Surabaya.
Was that in Burma?
Yeah. So he used to be boxing in the army as well. When they weren't fighting. And then, he got these shears. I've still got them down my cellar in a box. And he'd cut him here, and they used to pinch, and he'd go, you know, he'd cut this big lump out the back of my ear. And then he'd be, you know, you know, bang, you get a, what's that name of that boxer? Oh, I forgot, the old-time boxer. I said, I bet you never cut his hair, did you? I mean, you know, some famous boxers.
Like Joe Lewis or something?
Yeah, something like Joe Lewis or, I forgot his name now.
Sonny, what's his name? Sonny Liston?
Yeah.
One of those.
But I said, bet you never cut his hair. Bang, I've got another crack. Oh, God. Then I was good with the army style to school then. Yeah.
That was before you decided upon this style. So your dad was in Burma?
Yeah.
Was that a traumatic war, or was he...
like I say, he'd been...
did he fight? I mean, obviously he saw... it was a horrible war.
I used to, you know, muck and bullets and whatever. When we're getting typhoid, is it?
Yeah. Typhus and typhoid, yeah.
Yeah, all these illnesses what they get. And they said they're a lump, slept on this lump overnight, you know, covered in soil. They said they didn't know until next morning when light came, it was a dead jab.
Jesus.
Oh,
wow.
So that's nice. And they're all maggots coming out where they've been laying.
These young, impressionable people.
I thought, oh God, and he's telling us all these horrible tales.
So, I mean, this sounds like he was, you know, not traumatised. He was a guy that had handled it, obviously.
He was keen as well, you know, because like, he came out with a tale once. There's somebody in the jungles in Burma, gone in the bushes and dinner with all who was there, and no answer from my dad, let rip. And there were the monks.
Really?
You know, behind them. Should have said that.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh God.
Horrifying.
You're a murderer.
Yeah, horrifying, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, on the World at War series, there's one called It's a Lovely Day Tomorrow, named after Vera Lynn's title. And my dad is on this film.
Is he?
And he's walking by some American tanks. And when I used to see it, there used to be, years ago, there used to be, I think, Churchill theme tune and something, dum, 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 dum. And there was people, places, time and faces, memories I'd forgot. On television on this, and my dad used to like Charlie Chaplin moving on the other side of these.
Really?
But Thames Television slowed all the film down to walking pace.
Wow.
I mean, it'd be nice if they coloured it in now with this new technology. Yeah. And there's my dad. He's walking, you know, line of soldiers walking by these American tanks down this road, and then retreated, I think, and then. It said the bloke in front of him when he went just before and what is the bloke? Yeah, the bloke in front of him went round the bend. He said and he got shot.
What? Just as a film? Outshot the film?
Because it said an American cameraman cranking his box, filming it.
Really?
And then the film on World at War, you know, it stops on the chap behind me, Dad. But we've got the memories. We've got the DVD with my dad on it.
Really?
In normal walking pace, and he smiled at the camera.
Right.
You know, turns around and smiles at the camera, you know, as he's passing. I thought, typical of your dad. He's worse than me.
Sounds like a character.
Well, it sounds like he'd been passed on.
Wow. So he was a cheeky chap then.
Yeah.
In his youth.
But he never did see he saw the old version of that film, but I mean, it died before the Thames Television
Technology
film did that one.
Yeah.
He'd have loved to have seen that, and we managed to get photographs of it as well. So that's, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's another thing. We had his old army blanket. That used to be on our bed.
Really?
You know, because like if anybody like me, one of my brothers when they were younger used to wet beds, but I used to have this blue army blanket on the bed. You know.
So how was I know how was bedwetting handled in the family? Was your dad tolerant of that?
My dad said they should have got a doctor, something like that. And my man, it'll be all right, he'll grow out of it. You know, one of my brothers, he'll grow out of it. And then the other brothers would tell him, Pongo. You know, the other brothers would call him name Pongo. I said, well,
Oh God, so yeah, I mean,
me when I was young, I think I was about 11 a year old, and I used to like touch my ear, nice and cold, and suck my thumb. I used to call my telephone exchange. We'd all got names. I mean, my younger brother Kevin, he got mumps, and he went chunky. They called him Fat Saz. So I still name him Saz.
Gosh, it sounds like a very colourful.
And he used to call me T-Bum instead of Stephen. He used to call me T-Bum, and that stuck over years. You know, we got all nicknames. Oh God,
that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Sounds real
Plus,
colourful.
I like tea. I'm not a drinker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which all my brothers were drinkers.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's never been.
So you're not a drinker?
It's not my thing. Yeah. Christmas, if somebody get me a rum and blackcurrant or something like that, I might try it. Or
yeah.
I remember my dad says, "Oh, get this whiskey down you," and he wants to give me. I smelled it. I had a sniff of it. Ugh. I said, "It stinks awful. Get it down you." It says, "Hold your nose."
Force feeding you.
Oh! And I remember it warm glow inside. I think you're trying to kill me off. Yeah.
God.
Oh dear.
That's amazing. What a kind of a life, you know, this tribe of the you move forward a bit.
Tribe of Dingles.
Yeah. I mean, you were a typical family in the street in the sense of the scale of you and the...
Well, we were better off than some, as I say. Yeah. So it's.
But the number of you.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't outrageously big family. It was quite normal for the street.
Yeah, because I think the family my dad gave the chickens, dug the hens up from the allotment and gave them for Christmas.
Yeah.
There were quite a few of them in their families. They're a big family. And my brother, we've got some my younger brothers. He always experimented with electronics and stuff like that. Always experimented with electronics. And the one day, the old black and white television, two channels I think we got then, ITV and BBC. And then one day got these walkie-talkies for Christmas, Kevin, Fat Saz. And then he'd try and he'd turn the television to switch this dial, and it came on, and his voice came over. I said, "Oh," talking on, loudspeaker. "Oh, great." He says, "Oh, we'll have our own little radio station." He'd got a record player, he got it all wired up, and he said, my name is Kevin, and we said Stephen St. James. He says, "This is Radio Economy with our up-to-date discs and comedy, cracking jokes," got all these jokes, reciting them. And you're going down well, we did it a few weeks, this thing. Then
in the front room?
Yeah, we went in the parlour room at the back, got the records, all up-to-date records as well, all 60s stuff. And then Ned from across the road with a big family, he came across and said, "Hey, Walt," he says, "I've just heard your kids on my television."
No.
This is from up top of the street. He said, "You want to tell them to stop it because they'll be in police keep patrolling the streets, you know, I mean, illegal broadcasts. Yeah, but like everyone still in parlour. This is Radio Economy with our up-to-date distant comedy. And they crack another joke off. And Kevin didn't want to stop. Kevin. But I was terrified, mate, because my other brother used to listen to police radio messages as well.
God, right, yeah.
You know, whenever he said any police were around in Conisbrough, doing, you know, going to any places, you go beep, 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 beep.
Really?
And then you hear the messages, they're coming up Montague Avenue or whatever. Quick, turn it all off. That were the days of Radio Luxembourg and things like that.
God, yeah.
This Kevin doing all this. Oh,
Fantastic.
pirate radio.
Bloody brilliant.
Yeah, the memories.
Yeah.
Oh, well, like when we thought we'd done a bob up in garden. Kevin was wanted to dig a tunnel. He wanted to have a den in garden. Digging away, and he got this big black shiny thing. Dad, there's a bomb in garden. So, you know, he told him to whatever, and then, Dad, there's a bomb in garden. And so, neighbours were all scared and were watching what's going on. This bomb, you know, this big black shiny thing in garden. You know, it's, about 2 or 3 foot down. And when my dad come out, he said, "Yeah, silly beggar." He says, "That's a pipe. It's a water pipe." And I've been. Kevin didn't even had his head against it, listening for it ticking. I can hear noises. Oh God!
Yeah, that was the toilet flushing.
Yeah,
not ticking.
yeah.
Oh dear, gosh. So, were you youngest, oldest, middle?
I was second to youngest.
So you were in a side bed, middle bed?
I was at the end on a big bed.
On a big bed. And how many was there? About 3 of you in that bed?
Sometimes it'd be 3, sometimes it'd be 4. But Kevin were always he was the youngest, and he was always the one. He would stick my ear, and it didn't happen once. It happened a few times.
Chewing gum.
You know, kept trying to make sure he didn't have any chewing gum when he went to bed. Yeah. We thought we got a ghost once because back there used to be a little old fireplace. Middle of the night, all these noises. They were all holding his breath. There's a ghost in the bedroom. What is it? It was a mouse.
Oh God.
And so there was a little milk bottle top in this old fireplace. And it just rattled in the middle of the night. We'd all hold his breath. Hey, that ghost's back. Shh, listen.
So
Everybody's heartbeat. Hold your breath. Oh God! And then we found out it would have been a mouse. You know, my dad set a trap and we got it. Yeah.
So your mum and dad were in the next room, basically. Upstairs.
Yeah.
So you had the big room there. Big room. It was a room. And mum and dad there. Stairs downstairs.
We had 2 brothers in the next bedroom. There were us in this bedroom, and then there were my dad and mum's bedroom.
And you were all boys, and no girls.
Yeah, all boys.
Riley.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, my dad had been married once before. He got a daughter.
Okay.
But never really met her.
Okay.
But all my mum's kids, have been.
Move forward a bit.
Yeah.
Let's go forward a tad, a foot, if we could.
I think in my mum's family there were about 13 or 14 kids.
Good.
I don't think Catholics believed in birth control. Yeah.
13, 14.
Yeah. So we know what he did in his spare time. Oh God.
So you
But they all seem to do well. You know, we're our family, like the underdogs, have been all poor. And then, mind you, we weren't poor, but like some people were. Yeah. Like I said, when, you know, made sure we went to the pit.
Yeah. So all 7 of you went? You had one with asthma that didn't?
No, that was my friend who had asthma.
Your friend who didn't?
Yeah. So it's they all did pretty well, but when our Malcolm left, he was an electrician. Our Malcolm, when he left, it went too bad. But it says he used to do the electrical panels and things. Everybody used to work with him. He used to love working with Malcolm because he was very brainy.
All right.
He knew all the circuitry and everything. And some of the electricians said, well, what do we do? You know what I mean? But Malcolm with fingers and thumbs, but he knew everything in his
Right.
mind, where everything went. Somebody used to love Malcolm, but when he packed in, he would start his own bookies, you know, his own betting shop, right, for a while. And then, like I said, different brothers left, different times. One went into army. No, two went into army. Yeah. So it's...
Yeah. So then we get to you, get to the age of, you're at school.
Right.
So you're at school and you're enjoying your life.
My dad's got me down the pit, I got to the pit, well, after medicals and one thing and another, worked on the pit top.
What date are we talking? 66?
So that's 66, 67. Stacking wood, getting all materials ready and pit props and stuff like that, loading them onto mine cars ready for going underground.
So did you do the training?
So, yeah. So, I trained on the pit top to do that, and I did like it. And winter come, you know, we're in a nice warm cabin with a fire. I thought, oh, great. And then I went, they said, oh, good news, you're going for some training. So we went to Manvers. So the day release at college, and then sitting in classrooms, listening to, you know, having lessons about mining. And then we went down Manvers pit. Well, first thing we did on Manvers pit, you know, got these old clothes. We had to take his own old clothes. There's no bright overalls and things at that time. It says, you know, they supplied the boots and the knee pads and the helmet and everything. And then we went down the pit, Melton Field seam, and it says, right, right lads, we're going to put sling gears and limmer gears on ponies. I thought,
can we just ask something before that? Limmer? What's a limmer?
Limmer gears.
What are they?
There are all these straps and things where you tie the pony. Well, I'd never done anything like this, so I didn't know. When it says sling gears and limmer gears on ponies, I thought, ponies? I thought, Harpy ain't got ponies. It says, sure, they ain't got ponies still.
Really?
And they've got 2 ponies down the pit. And went round what you call Boxhole, went round this corner. I thought, well, what's this sling gears and limmer gears and ponies? And I think, you know, no ponies in mines now. Anyway, went round this corner, there's a blooming pony.
Really?
Staring at you. And I thought, oh, a real pony on the ground.
Wow.
And then, so then we had to get this pony and then fasten all these straps onto it and then fasten it up to a tub. Then we had to stick it. Once all that were done, we got a locker key, you know, to hold the tub so it didn't roll. And they said, right, come on. Then we went through some air doors with this pony, and then we had to fill some coal off what were all on the floor, fill all this coal into this tub, fill it up. Then we had to take it and unload it, and then bring onto this conveyor belt, and then going off and then reload it again, and then bring the pony back again.
Gosh.
And you know, I thought, well, what point in that? You know, nobody's getting this. It's just like keep dumping it and empty, you know, filling it up, emptying it. But you know, that part of that training at Manvers. Then we went back to KB, and then because I'd done that training, so then we were allowed. That's underground training. Well, Manvers pit used to go down the shaft fairly fast, but when we got the KB pit to go down our shaft, you know, it was deep as well. I think like Concorde, you got on a cage and you went down, you know, and really fast, and then somebody else, Mother! You know, I think, God, a grown-up fella shouting, Mother.
Wow.
You know, just my heart sunk, because we're travelling that fast.
Yeah.
And then it starts jerking slowly and then stops on your landing. So then I worked on what you call force loader. Oh, no, I was on discharge first, unloading cars for about 12 months into a hole, and then you just go out to after the pit, and then after that I went. That's my phone.
Tell you, you're on. Do you want to answer it?
No, I'll have to turn it off. Yeah, if you can find it, we'll turn it off. I thought I'd turn it off. That's my phone. Sorry about this, folks. Yeah. Look forward.
I don't want to go digging in your pockets.
Should be all right now. Yeah, where were we?
So where were we? Just on the pit. We've done the pit training. We've done the ponies, and we were just coming up to you and your. Where were we on a fire?
I left the pit bottom and then I went up to For's Loader.
That's it. For's Loader.
This is all the coal faces. You know, when the filling in all the conveyor belts, they all lead onto our loader. And I learnt out of the air chutes and shoots up and down. You know, dropping into big mine cars. You know, about 14 foot long, these big mine cars. And we used to have about 22 or 20, you know, between 22 and 24 mine cars on the locals used to keep coming in and we'd fill them up. And empties just come in at back and another local would come and take the others away once you'd filled them. I did like that job. And then when I went fossil hunting, you know, because like when jobs stood, you know, looking at walls, and, you know, thinking, oh, any fossils? Yes, plenty of fossils.
Really?
There were loads at Memphis, a melting field scene. But then one day, one of the gaffers, one of the bosses, he came down with his walking stick. He says, I want you to line up chalk. You know, he says, what have you filled it the last half an hour? And I said, oh, just, you know, this line of mine cars. And he says, right, he says, I want you to chalk an X on these. He says, and if you see any bits of flesh, body parts coming.
Joking.
I thought, what? Well, there'd been a man cut up on one of the coal faces. You know, filling these mine cars and I was dreading it. But all these were chalked with an X. You know, they were going to be destroyed or, you know, burnt or tipped somewhere or whatever. And so that was my first experience of somebody
really
dying down the pit.
This is in your early training?
Yeah. And then, you know, I think there were 22 mine cars I had to chalk up, put a big white X.
That had stuff in them?
Yeah. But look as it, I hadn't seen what. This is, because I had the tail here, so like in a butcher's shop, lumps of meat and whatever. It looks like a...
You're
when
joking?
you buy from butchers, you know, it says they was picking them all and put them into bags and stuff like this. Well, I'm glad they found them and put them into bags because I couldn't have stuck that. You know, I mean, that were horrible. So you know, I mean, so all good quality coal had to be destroyed. You know, because like there are all these body parts which is still missing. I can't remember the mine who did it, but it'd gone around the picks or something on the coal face. So, oh God. So that was a bit traumatic. Yeah. Yeah, and then I did that for a few years, and then I went back to coal face training. I said, oh, good news. You're going to go and coal face training now, you know, all these qualifications for other things. It's just, it's called, you know, so then it was like Barnbury Pit. I used to have a push bike, and I used to ride from Cononbury all the way to Barnbury Pit. Went, you know, fast my bike up. When somebody didn't nick me bike pump or my torch or my dust caps off my bike, I used to chain it up. And then I did my coal face training there, which was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why was that interesting?
And then, you know, because it was different type of pit again, you know,
Right.
but I got to know, you know, all these lads and been always cracking jokes, taking the mickey, and, you know, I mean, they were a great bunch out there. And it just like being back at school.
Yeah.
But then we were back to our pit, and then it was like going on the coal faces, and then like working. One of the experiences I got were I work on the tailgate ripping, and I'd heard about the 1912, you know, I'd read about it, all the gory details about the 1912 KB pit disaster. And then the one day we're working way up ripping, and then and it was weekend work, and underneath there was a shower of sparks, like a grinding, like I get from a grinding wheel, all these sparks, pit's going to blow up. And I stopped the job, and then all this bad language from the, and how one of these, how unique me, because I didn't swear.
Oh God, you didn't drink, you didn't swear.
So, well, I mean, my mate I've been working with for about 3 or 4 years. Hey, Steve, he says, I've never heard you swear. He said, everybody else is swearing. He said, no, I don't swear. Well, no, I didn't say that. I said something. So he never asked me again if I swore. I did swear, but I felt deaf saying it. I forgot, I can't remember what it were.
Bugger.
Yeah, something like that. And then, you know, just carried on. Like I said, this shower of sparks came out from underneath the ripping. I thought, what the hell's that now? You know, your hair stands up on end and you feel, oh, pit's going to blow. Anyway, I stopped the job, and all the sparks stopped. And then all those bad language came out. Oh, it's got their job still, come on, you know. And then I lost my temper and I shouted something back. And then, and it was a doubty prop stuck again, the gear head, you know, like, and they cut the cold face, and then they advanced they pushed the panzer chain across with chocks, and then they dropped the canopies and they moved, you know, at the end of the gear head, it hit a doughty prop and it got stuck.
What's a doughty prop?
You know, when you pump it up to...
So it's called a doughty prop?
It's this doughty prop, you know, one of these, it holds the supports up anyway, it supports the roof. Well, it got caught onto one of these doughty props and knocked over onto the side of panzer chain gear head. And there were all these shower of sparks, but, oh God. Jeez. So my mother, well, I've been at home then, and my mother, she said, was there a fire down your pit? Or somewhere. Why? You know, and you stopped the job, and people shouting. I said, how do you know? Who told you? She says, you're talking in your sleep.
Oh, really?
Start flipping it. And I didn't know I talked in my sleep. I thought, blow me an egg.
Wow.
Got all my secrets.
Your chewing gum phobia?
Yeah. Oh, nick that cake. Oh, pinch that pie. Oh. You know.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's, you know, so, but we were terrifying because not long before that I'd been reading all these stories about the KBP disaster, 1912.
So you did the right thing that day.
Oh yeah.
And were you? Did they forgive you, or did they say, for God's sake, you?
No, they just carried on about the job. They just got it all working again. They just carried on as normal. So nobody said anything. You know, they just carried on. You know, I mean, that's how they work. I should have got a medal.
I know. I'm going to say, you know, that's a brave thing to do.
Yeah.
For a youngster on the.
But,
what were you?
Like say, I forget how old they were. It'd be about 20 something then. Yeah, but that been it did put wind up me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that sort of fear. I mean, did that pass by you in the end? Did you?
Oh yeah, you know, just carry on doing your job.
You weren't constantly scared underground, as it were.
No. It went until after another friend of mine, he got killed at pit.
Really?
That's when I started worrying about the job, because it was in the job I worked on.
Really? What happened?
Well, I was in 31's face down the deep in Swallowwood Seam. And
Swallowwood? Well, you had that yesterday. Swallowed wood.
Yeah. And then it was, we were in bad conditions because there's a fault at KB. We'd lost the coal face. We had to go head it down or whatever to try and get back to where the coal were. Well, in the Hague Moor Seam, they were on production bonus, you know, getting coal out, getting bonuses. And we had all this rock top, just trying to get back into the coal. And then it kept bitting, you know, bits falling down all the time.
Rock?
And bits of rock, yeah, and it's sharp. And then all loose stuff. Trying to keep it all supported. I mean, one day it all came in, and it's like 20 foot up, and you've got to put wooden blocks up, trying to be in support it all. But all these dangers, you know, just live with them. You try not to think about the dangers. But anyway, the day that my friend Pat got killed, he did days and afters, and I did days, nights and afters. But sometimes we used to drop on the same shift. And then when I went to work down the pit, went on the shaft side, and said, "Oh, there's been an accident on your job." I said, "That's not my fault, it's me."
Just press stop, will you? Thank you.
Yeah, they said there'd been an accident in your job. I said, "Oh yeah," it says Pat and this Caelan's been thrown against the cutting machine.
Who? What?
The bloke called him Caelan. He'd been thrown against the cutting machine, but he's got a broken arm. I said, "Oh," but Pat is in a more serious way, but they didn't say anything what had happened. Anyway, when he came up on a stretcher, well, this Caelan, you know, his head was showing. I think he was glad to get out of the pit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But then Pat came up, and he was covered up. So I knew he was dead. Then his arm flopped down.
Shit.
And then it was like the first time I'd ever seen a dead body as well. So and my eyes are just like black, like circles. And like these little tiny white dots. Oh, I was sweating. And I sat on the platform and came pit head. And it just felt sick. And I put my head behind and I holding my eyes. And then, you know, reality, you know, it's dead. And then they said, "Oh, everybody's got to go back to work because it's good for the widow or something. And she gets more money. You know, the widow gets more money or something." I don't know how it worked out. Anyway, we all went down the pit, and this rock that were above him, which crushed him, it was about 14 foot long. You know, and to just come out to the top, it's perfect conditions as we thought. And they've been saying how smooth and perfect it were, and then it just went bang, and just a 14-foot lump came down and crushed him. So he didn't swallow dust; he just like knocked his air out of it. And then somebody says his arm was like that, his hand, then it stopped. And so I'm hearing all these tales, and all night long there were different men telling stories what they've seen down the pit, the different accidents. About the different people cut up for one thing and another, and fingers off and God knows what. And then the next morning, I was just glad to get home.
Yeah.
You know, and I thought, oh God, I'd had enough, you know. And I went to bed and I tried to get up the afternoon for work, getting ready. And I had pleurisy. So for 2 weeks I had this pleurisy, these pains in my side. I couldn't walk. And to top it all, I got a chimney fire, coal fire in my fireplace, doing all the chimney on fire. And this lad called Billy Reid, he used to be a volunteer fireman at Conisbury Fire Station, as was, it's gone now. But, and he turned up at my house at Denby at Braithwell Street, and you know, "Oh, hey up, Steve, how am I going on?" Oh, yeah. Because it took me ages to go to the phone box to phone, no mobile phones.
Right,
yeah. And it took me ages to go to the phone box to phone because the chimney were on fire. Flames shooting out of the chimney and sparks. Oh God, my house is going to burn down. And then he came and they put things round and squirted up the chimney and down the chimney. And yeah, and I thought, well, he worked with me down the pit and he's here doing volunteer fireman. I thought, jack of all trades.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
So your house was saved?
Yeah, my house was saved. I don't know, did I mention about my house when I first got it?
No, let's just get back to the beginning. So, obviously, you know, you're trained up, you're now working as a ripper or a...
Yeah, that one and the rippings, yes.
Yeah. And was that what you were for the rest of your career?
No, I did back ripping as well. I've been...
What's back ripping?
That's going back on... old faces are going back in... Oh, I can't explain it. Yeah.
So you obviously had you know, it was set up and you were doing your business. And then how many years is it before you get your own house?
Well, when I got married, 1972, I went up to the Providence offices and I said, "Oh, I've got married. I understand I qualify for a house." "Oh yeah. So I had to wait a little bit, and then when a house came, they said, "We'll let you know." I said, "Oh, great," you know, because I was expecting an economy house. Women would have brought up, which has got hot and cold running taps, and you know, got a bathroom and everything. And then I got this keys for this house, 11 Braithwell Street, Denby, Maine. So I went down to this house. I thought, oh, beautiful, my own house, yeah, sash windows. I didn't know about these things to do with sash windows after, you know, that you couldn't get furniture in the house. You'd have to go through, take the window out to get furniture for bedrooms, to get a bed in or anything like that. You had to go up ladders and push a bed in, or your wardrobes in, because the stairway in that house was narrow. Well, I didn't know all these things, and then I got this house and I looked, I thought, great, 2 rooms, you know, the kitchen and the living room, smashing. Went up this narrow stairway, upstairs, 2 bedrooms, fantastic. And a big bedroom with massive room. I thought, great this, oh, I love this place. And then I went up and then more stairs, went to the attic, a massive attic room. I thought, oh, I could use this on my art projects or anything like that. I thought, great, it's fantastic. Anyway, I looked out of the window, you know, you could look, nice views at all the streets, you know, all smoky tops, and then Rosington Street School at bottom. I thought, oh, I like this house, I love it. Anyway, I went downstairs, and they said, I said, where's the toilet? They said, it's outside. Anyway, so, you know, I found out there's a yard at the back of the toilet, and the coal house. Anyway, yeah, I said, oh, I'll have keys for this. And I went back to Providence offices at KB. I said, oh yes, oh, are you happy with it? He said, oh yeah, it's a smashing house, great. Then I smelled it up, and I said, oh. I said, I never noticed where the bathroom was. I said, where's the bathroom? And he says, well, you know, when you go out the back door, he says, yeah, there's a yard, a concrete yard with brick walls, yeah. He says, there's a coal house. I says, yeah. He says, it said what the other one was, but the common terms. And then and I said, a toilet. I said, yeah, toilet with green door, yeah. And then he said, well, at the side there's a little room. It's a little room. It's about 2 or 3, just over 2 foot wide. It says about 6 foot high, or just over 6 foot. I said, yeah. He says, well, in that little room there, that space, inside your toilet, he says, that's your bathroom. So what do you mean my bathroom? I thought, you can hardly get in there. And he says, no, he says, if you look in there, there's a 6 foot bath, tin bath.
Wow.
I thought, what? I've got a tin bath. I've accepted keys, I've signed for them, and I've got a tin bath. And my mum and dad's house, we've got, you know, yeah. We were modernised. Wow. I thought, I've got to back into dark ages, 1920s or something. I thought, what have I done? What have I done? You know, I mean, that was all right. I got used to, when we used to have a bath in the room, front room, being doors locked, curtains shut and everything. One side of the bath would get really hot next to the fire. You'd be having a bath. But like when somebody came to the door, you know, I'm in bath. You know, like wife went in bath one day, and somebody came and said, oh, wife's in bath. Whoa! And my brother, whoa, let me in quick. And he's rattling the door. Ah! You know, you know, just having a joke. So she gets towel round and scurries off upstairs. God, you know, so that was a big shock when I said, how do I get my bed into the house? You know, I can't get my bed. You know, can't get through bottom. You know, it's stuck in the kitchen, and I had to wait while somebody told me. He says, oh, somebody will get in. You know, I've got a bay tool come and undoing all these been metal weights and things inside the window, taking all the window out. I thought, I think I can get window back in. And then got some ladders and he's pushing everything up. Same with wardrobes. blow me neck. I said, this is a nightmare. What about if I want to leave and I've got to take everything back out again? Everything's got to be... Oh, it was a bit of a nightmare, but I got used to it.
So was it basically a house that no one else wanted, or was it...
No,
it sounds good.
All the pit houses were the same, all the rows and rows of pit houses at Denby. And then when they had the... when the thing came to knock all the houses down, you know, been regenerating the area, they knocked the old pit houses down, all the streets and everything, and been... so then it was like a modernised Denby.
Yeah.
Proper houses with hot and cold running water, and we didn't have a boiler, you know, to try and heat it with coal.
Wow.
Yeah. There used to be coal lorries used to come down the back of the streets and been dumping all the coal, and used to get that in. Well, there'd just be a tall chap, call him Terry Rigby. Some people called him Black Dyke, you know, nicknamed him Black Dyke, but Terry Rigby were his real name. Because they were always black with getting coal in. Yeah. And I think he didn't have a job, but I think he worked harder than any miner at KB Pit or Denby Pit did, getting the coals in. You know, he gave him a couple of bob to get blowing coal in for you. Oh, I'll give you 5 bob, you know, get me coal in. And he said, does that think I could have a barrel of coal as well? I said, yeah, you're all right, Terry, have a barrel of coal. So then he had a barrel of coal and got 5 bob. But people used to say, you know, when he used to get it in, he used to get 2 barrels of coal. Oh. You know, I mean, he was crafty like. Yeah. I mean, in later years, he told me, because the used to take mickey out of this Terry. And years after I saw him in the street, he says, I saw him at the bus stop, and he said, does that think that could lend me £1 for my bus fare? And I didn't realise I got a bus pass. My wife told me he got a bus pass. He gets on for nothing because he's on catch. And he says, and he started telling me, he says, I went to Wath, went out drinking to Wath in Swinton. I got £20 in my pocket, he says. I was drinking all night. Everybody who knew me was all buying me drinks. He says, I had a great night. He says, and I come home, he says, I was blathered, he says, and I got 25 quid in my pocket. I thought, you were crafty old son. You know, I thought, it must be loaded. And he used to do that regularly. You're telling me, and they say you were daft. Oh, yeah. When my wife told me, she said, do you know Terry's got a bus pass? Huh? Just give him a quid. But like, bygone Connersborough Denby website, he said, oh, do you think you could get a photo of Terry for old time's sake for his website? Well, I tried all over to get one, and I found out too late, you know, after Terry had died. And I did see one on top of coffin when I went to church, you know, when I went to his funeral. I thought, oh God. Dare I ask? I thought, no, I'll leave it. Yeah. But I do know the family have got the one photo of him. Really? But I'm still waiting to know if anybody's got a picture of Terry Rigby running. Yeah, wow. Great bloke. Yeah. We had some characters. There used to be one dressed up at Denby, ex-mine, had been guiding traffic around, been buses around by Salvation Army, by Denby Market up the hill. Yeah, she, oh, with lollipops. You know, the one character who worked at KB, I forgot his name now. I think they call him Cedric. And then he worked on the pit top. And, you know, sometimes they used to set them on. These who were a little bit... Anyway, he got the wheelbarrow, and he used to give little jobs on pit top. Yeah, fill this up, take it to so-and-so. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then one day he went missing, everybody sent search parties. I said, where's he gone? Where's Cedric gone? Where's Cedric gone? And somebody says, oh, Cedric. He says, I've been by a drum at Denby. And they said, pub. He said, I've been by a drum at Denby on Donny Road, you know. He says, Cedric's wheelbarrow's outside this. Oh, I wonder if he's okay. And he was inside having a drink. His wheelbarrow's outside. And they called him daft. I thought it's us that were daft. Yeah, oh, come on, take your battery back, but it's time to go home. Oh God! But he one of them people as well. He used to talk at top of his voice, shouting. You know, I know. I walked up Conisbury Crags from Denver once to my mother's house. Pitch black. Somebody shouting. I'll get you. And I thought, who the hell's this? You know, I thought, right then, I'll get all tensed up and I'll get my fists together. And I thought, somebody's after me here. And then Cedric come walking, and he went as quiet as a mouse. We went back up. So I'm watching, looking down crags in dark. Where's this bloke gone? You know, this bloke would be not shouting.
Yeah.
And then it started the other side, going up Montague Avenue, and Cedric started shouting again. Oh, you know, now that would have been when I thought it was somebody trying to get me, and I was ready for him, and it was, oh, you know, these things I tend to try. Yeah. Some funny memories.
Around half an hour left.
Yeah.
You really? Oh Christ!
Half an hour left.
I'm too distracted.
He's got to keep me talking.
Doesn't look like he's got to do that.
I wonder what part. Yeah.
So how many kids did you have?
Oh, too many. Yeah, no, 4 altogether.
Ooh.
4. 1 boy, 3 girls. Yeah. And when the girls get arguing, and the wife gets arguing, I've learnt my lesson the hard way. You know, you don't interfere in an argument, because you know you can listen to argument. You think, oh, she's right with what she said on so and so part. She's right about such a thing. And I try to correct her. He said, well, you were right about so and so. You sided with her, golden child. I give up. And then he'd say something, and then the wife would go off on one. And, oh, Christ, I'm going out. And, you know, I do a bit of gardening or something, go outside. And you hear them all in a heap being shouting. And they're the best of friends later on. What, they're going to kill each other? I mean, us brothers, you know, when I was younger, if we had any little fallouts, we had a quick fight, and then everybody went back to normal. You know, knock each other's heads off or whatever. And my dad used, if we got into fights at home, my dad, you know, used to, oh, go on. I mean, when my mum, he used to stop him.
Really? Your dad used to cheer on?
If my mum were out shopping, when we got into a fight, my dad, because he loved boxing or fighting, come on, he'd sit in his chair, let us get on with it, we're knocking hell out each other. But my dad used to teach boxing on garden. You know, where there's supposed to be a nice lawn, there was like a dry patch where he had a makeshift boxing ring at Colomby. And years after, all these old fellas used to tell me, oh, I remember when we used to go boxing on your garden. I says, I can't remember much about it. And then says, oh yeah, he says, we used to go up. He says, your dad had a medal, a Burma Star. He says, yeah. He says, that was prize if we won. He says, he says, you have cauliflower ears, busted nose, black eyes, you're bleeding all over. He said, knock 7 shades out on each other. And he says, and then, you know, you think, oh, I've won this match. He said, yeah, I thought I'd got this medal. He says, yeah. So then and he stops and says, stop. He said, right then, you've both done well, lads, in tapping him up, but you've done what? Here's a drink, you know, put both the arms at them, you've done very well, so neither one got the medal. And he says, I thought it was just that once, he said, but I saw it happen again. You know, he says, crafty your dad. I mean, he kept that medal. Well, yeah. Well, my younger brother, Kevin, Fat Saz, he went to Tom Hill Youth Club boxing, and he used to have long hair back in the 70s. And my dad got him to go boxing at Tom Hill Youth Club. But he went to all the boxing matches. But every time he was boxing, Kevin never tied his hair up. And if his hair flopped in front of his eyes, you know, I mean, somebody would bang. Well, Kevin used to get a few knockouts, but he said, I was getting fed up and punched in the face because he says, I like my looks, he says. And he said, so I packed it in, but my dad didn't like it. He kept saying, get your hair cut, because my dad always did short back and sides. But, yeah, so Kevin just packed in with his boxing. You know, that was that. Yeah, fun days. Fun days.
God.
Have you ever heard of Saxon?
Yes, I have. Biff Byford.
Biff Byford, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, our Kevin, you know, Saxon used to be called son of a bitch at one time. And then they went, our Kevin got him a job at Top Rank Suite at Doncaster. And then it used to be at Progressive Nights, and he got all me heavy metal records, all my progressive music when I got, which I used to get from Ron when he went in the army in Germany. He used to have the records, and I used to lend him, I used to give him beer money for these LPs from Germany, wherever they'd been come over. And then, as I say, I got Kevin this job, I got him all my heavy metal in progressive, for the Progressive Nights, or at Top Rank. And then one day, it'd been son of a bitch, as they called him then. He said, they came and said, oh, do you want to join us? Well, the Graham Oliver and Biff and all them. He said, do you want to join? You know, we want a guitarist, and our Kevin were a good guitarist. He could sing as well. Oh, no. And then he was too busy, because like he had all these crowds of women always wanting to go out with him, whatever. He said, oh, I'm quite happy with this. He got up with Graham, playing guitar. Great. I mean, I'm still friends with Graham at Mexborough.
Is this Saxon? People in Saxon?
Saxon.
Oh.
But they changed the name to Saxon. And they released Wheels of Steel.
Wheels of
Steel.
Steel.
They got to number one.
Yeah.
It's a blooming heck. Our blooming local band, you know, been Biff from Barnsley and been Graham from Mexborough. And then they made it big. Saxon now, they're still going.
Are they?
Yeah, they're doing all these tours all over the place. Graham's left now. He's Oliver Dawson Saxon, because like Dawson, who were original Saxon, and Graham, they formed another band which had illegal issues, both trying to keep the name Saxon. The two bands split, but both equally as good as each other. Though Biff's band, it is a lot better, you know, big tour, because it's Biff the singer.
Yeah.
You know, so, which is a shame, because when I used to get free tickets, you know, you go to City Hall. I said, oh, do you mind being bodyguard? You know, we'd coming to Birmingham and Sheffield City Hall, you know, been looking after Graham's wife and kids. You know, been, yeah, I'll do that. And they got free tickets to shows and whatever. And then I would help him with equipment when we went out of Birmingham, New Street. I thought, fantastic, a bit of a roadie. So I'm doing a little bit of a jack of all trades here. It's been that part I enjoyed till Biff had his fallout with Graham, and then band split. Then like Saxon were going downhill at one beat, and then picked up again over years.
Well, they're trying to do the circuit now, I suppose, do they?
Yeah. They were great.
So I didn't realise they were. So Saxon were from.
Well, Biff comes from Barnsley. Graham has always been Mexborough. Now he's interested. Like I say, he's got his band, but he still does touring abroad and whatever with Oliver Dawson Saxon.
Is Saxon a name of the family?
No, it's the like Normans and Saxons to use that name. Anglo-Saxon. Yeah. So Graham's still going. He's doing all right with his band, but he's also interested in archaeology or pottery, and it's, you know, like it's got all this knowledge about pots, you know, like Don pottery and whatever, and it could tell you all these things, prices or dates on them or whatever. I thought, flipping heck, you wouldn't think, yeah, you know. And then one day Graham says to me, he says, Steve, he says, do you fancy digging an old ferry boat up at Mexborough? I said, I know where there's two boats buried in banks at Mexborough. Yeah. So me is a Mexborough artist by then, and then there's Roy Daly from Isle of Skye, Duncan Mangum, a photographer, and Graham Oliver, and we all went down to where Mexborough ferry boat used to be. I started digging in banks of Mexborough ferry boat area, unearthed the bolt. Graham had plans of getting it lifted out and put it to the skeleton of the boat.
How old was this boat?
Oh, there's always been a ferry boat crossing there from Roman times, but I don't know how old that boat were. but there were like skeletal remains of it, and then we dug it up, all press coverage because like Saxon, whereas we did most of the work, but Graham got all the praise because he was a rock star digs makes ferry boats or something like this, but we were like the ones who didn't. Yeah, but it meant he did a bit of digging, bless him. And now Graham's lad, he plays drums in bands.
Really?
Been different bands, so he's doing all right. So they're still into the music scene, so they're doing all right. Yeah. Duncan used to say, Duncan the photographer, he says, oh, Graham's a bit tight with his money, he always hangs on to it. I said, well, I don't blame him. He says, we'll get a pint, I ain't got enough money on me or something. And then, he's loaded.
Yeah. God.
He's being careful with his money, I say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we help each other out. I mean, when they got really famous, thanks to that, blow me,
yeah, that's brilliant.
It's like with Tony Christie. You've heard of Tony Christie?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he lived in Cononby where we were. He lived in the opposite street. His brother Neil, he became a teacher in Northcliffe School, and he taught my younger brother, Kevin. And my brothers used to play football. Malcolm, he was a big football fan. He used to play football in Montague Avenue with him. And when Tony were in Clubland, my dad and mum used to hire these 52-seater white-head coaches, and they used to get everybody from Cononby. They used to go around Clubland to see Tony singing, because he was up and coming. And my dad says, Stephen, he says, get his autograph, one day he's going to be famous. I said, no, he's just a pub singer.
Wow.
And quite, in pubs or whatever, at Scala Club or wherever, or Batley, wherever it were, doing the whole things. And when the turns didn't turn up, they were all people from our bus lower. Like local drivers, KBP, they'd get up on the stage doing a bit of sing-song. Onward. Mr. Goodwin and Harry Goodwin, local driver at KBP, he'd get up, onward, go the 500 into the Valley of Death. They were an Armstrong family. They'd do their renditions, Armstrong brothers. And then Tony did his bit. I was thinking, oh, it's good, but I didn't think about him getting famous. And then he did that Amarillo, and
he did,
I did what I did for Maria and another one, and they're all coming up in charts on top of the pops. But he moved to Sheffield, and then he went to move from Sheffield to a place called Almeria in Spain or something. So we lost contact with Tony. Well, it made it big by then. I thought, flipping heck, I bought his records, and nobody to sign them. And my dad said all that time, he's going to be famous one day. He said, my words, and I didn't believe him. But my dad, he spoiled it for me with Beatles, because my mate had got tickets to see Beatles at Donegal. And I thought, no, my dad says, a bunch of long-haired jobbos. He said, they'll never make it. So my dad was wrong with that. Well, I'd be... And I thought, well, and my mate got the autographs as well, which were worth a over two.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So something... Yeah, but like years after I had an illness, I had an operation on my stomach. And when I was recovering, my wife bought me tickets to go see Tony at Doncaster Dome. And there was, Neil, his brother, who used to be, he sings in a choir, he sang in a choir at church. Well, he said, oh, they're going to start selling tickets at Dome if you want to see Tony. I said, oh, I hadn't seen him for years. He said, I'd like to see him again. And it just started with that Peter Kay thing.
Oh, yeah.
So wife phoned up and they said, oh, yeah. It says, anyway, gave me a phone. It says, anywhere in the theatre. It says, not sold a ticket yet.
Oh, really?
Anyway, I said, oh. I said, can I have next to in front of my front row? Yeah. So I got a ticket. I said, and you were going to go? No, I mean, my daughters were into other type of music. What do they call them? Boy band in charts. And Tony knocked him off and he got to #1.
Oh, really?
On the day I went to that to Dome,
Really?
and then in the end there were a massive influx of people trying to buy tickets, paying a fortune to go,
Yeah.
for tickets. I thought, well, I've got a ticket. I'm on front row, opposite Tony. I thought, and there were, I can't remember how much. Well, like somebody says, I'll give £100 for it. I think £100 for it. I thought, should I? No, I thought, I'd like to see Tony for old time's sake. So I thought, I could do with money though. Anyway, I went. But I thought, for old time's sake. And then blow me, after the show, there was his mother says, "Are you coming upstairs?" Tony's mother. I thought she'd gone years ago. She was still alive. And she's, "Oh, your mum used to have a place at Mablethorpe, didn't she? A bungalow." Yeah, so she was as clear as anything. I thought, well, Tony had looked as if he'd aged a lot from what I'd seen him many years ago. I don't think, well, Tony's getting on a bit now. And his mum's still alive. I thought, oh, Christ. And we went upstairs, and then with that, not Roddle, what's the other bloke with Emu?
Oh, Roy.
He went to be.
Was Roddle?
He was on that video with Ronnie Corbett and Tony and everybody running on that. What do they call him? He's got that. He watched. It's an ostrich, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
We call him. He went to work at Radio Sheffield.
Right.
Well, he was there, and he was talking about Clubland and whatever. And I was just like all people, it's all natural. All these famous people all talking upstairs, and the press interviews and whatever. This Tony, and he says, "Oh, I got Tony to sign my records." I said, "My dad says you're going to be famous, so I want you to sign these records." And he signed them all for me. He said, "Suppose you want me to sign insides as well on disc?" I said, "Oh, that's a good idea." And I got him to sign centerpieces.
And he was good, was he?
Yeah, Tony was all right, down to earth, the great bloke. I thought, well, it's still like, to me, in my mind, it's still like Clubland singer.
Yeah.
But it's famous. And it's just one of them things like surreal.
Yeah.
Can't get over it. Yeah. And I gave all my signed photos and bits and bobs to Connemara Heritage.
Oh, brilliant.
Because I'm from Connemara.
Yeah.
And I got Tony to sign something for Connemara Heritage as well.
Nice.
I even got Neil to join Connemara Heritage at one bit. He did it a few times, because he was a school teacher at that time.
Neil?
Yeah, he's Neil, his brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I've lived a full life.
Brilliant.
Joe Scarborough, Sheffield artist, he said, "Oh, you keep painting." Well, he's famous, Joe Scarborough.
Mm.
But I used to exhibit some paintings years ago in Doncaster and Blackpool Art and Barnsley. And then I stopped doing it, just packed in. Because people are giving me pennies, and it weren't covering my canvases and my paints and stuff like that. Nobody wanted to give him money. Well, Joe, he says, "Oh, just keep going." He says, "I used to walk around with a cart," because he's an ex-Thorpe Essley miner, Joe Scarborough. And he says, "I used to go around with a cart selling paintings in pubs and stuff like that, pubs and clubs." He says, "Until one day I got this piece of paper, this letter comes through, a piece of paper. I reckon I become a member of Royal Academy somewhere."
Really?
He says, and then he says, "Through that one little bit of paper," he says, it makes me big money on my paintings. Well, I've been to Joe Scarborough's house at Sheffield watching him painting. Then I lost touch over years. And then I thought, bloody heck, being old Joe, he'd made it really big.
Royal Academy?
Because I thought, I didn't know whether he was still alive or not. And then I looked it up on the internet the other day. Yeah, it's an absolute, masses of things he's done. And I looked at all his pictures. Because he paints with no faces, people with no faces.
Right.
I don't know if you've ever seen Joe Scarborough's work.
I have.
Yeah, fantastic. Very, very colourful. He got out of the darkness of the mines, and he's doing his paintings. Very colourful.
Yes.
Above ground. But he did a painting of me and my wife's wedding.
Really?
Only a small one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How lovely.
And now they say his paintings are worth a fortune. I thought, I better put that under lock and key somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's I've led an interesting life.
Yeah. God, absolutely.
And now I met you.
You've met me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Famous
It
sculptor.
had to end somewhere.
Yeah. Oh dear.
All your good fortune.
I thought I was supposed to be the joker.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Come on, you carry on.
Yeah.
Getting
Oh, it's looking something like
Tony Christie.
like my twin. I just managed to concentrate on doing that while you're talking to me.
I can't.
I've been putting you off all the way along.
Yeah. It's not easy. You're not the only one.
Do you want me to sit still for a bit?
No, I'm loving it. This is just wonderful.
Yeah.
15 minutes,
Okay.
just to pass the pressure on.
15 minutes.
I could do another hour.
We can go for another hour if you want.
Got a queue of people coming from next door.
Yeah. Have you done Johnny Watkins' face yet?
Johnny
I think
Watkins.
he's later.
He's later.
Yeah.
He used to be one of my gaffers down the pit.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, Stephen, you haven't cleaned up here. You're a bit. I said, I've cleaned up all these underneath all these mine cards, all these spillages. I said, I'm getting to that next. He says, well, make sure you do a good job then. And, yeah. There's a bit down there what's dinting. Well, dinting, you know, when they get a bit of floor lift, you've got to get
Is that what it's called? Dinty?
your hand picking your shovel and chop it out and level it out all out. Yeah, John. Yeah. No, I don't see you, John. This is when I went on Ford's Loader. Went back to Ford's Loader. And there used to be a little, back of Ford's Loader, there used to be a big hole in the wall with tin sheets. And a couple of doughty props which had come off off in mine cars and pumped up. Well, electricians and fitters sometimes used to come down and says, is anybody in? That's what you mean. I said, in back. Because there used to be a secret doorway and we used to wedge it. And then they used to come and have a sleep. So while I'm making noises with lowers, the gaffers are walking by and there's 3 or 4 blokes in the back, you know, fitters and electricians all there. You know, they've done their job. Oh God, yeah. So that's some funny bits. I couldn't sleep in a pit. I was too on edge. I've been expecting
Really?
something to happen all the time. But when they come off, and anybody in back? No, you're all right. Has Mr. So-and-so gone by yet? You know, one of the gaffers. No. Give us a knock when he's gone. I said, yeah. I said, what time you're going? Oh dear. Yeah, it was interesting. And the one day I got somebody really loud. Oh God, and one of the gaffers came up and said, oh, do you mind if I use your phone and climb up in between mine cars? Stop the job, climb up between mine cars and his old phone. Naturally, no way, and he just managed to stop snoring, this kid. And oh God, I thought, I'm going to get done here. I'm going to get done along with these, just sleeping it back. Yeah. And then he went, and as soon as he'd gone,
Really?
ah, yeah. I think it was after that I went to do cold face training then. Yeah. So you know, those some were funny times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there used to be plenty of mice around the pit as well.
Really?
Now, the one chap, you know, one bit, he got a piece of bread tied up on one of girders, steel ring girders, a piece of string with a bit of bread. He says, watch this. Just sit still a bit. I'm sat still at the side of this roadway watching. It's snap time this. And then all these mice had come out from nowhere, you know, climbing up, finding ways, pathways up the wall or over the ring, round. And then you see a mouse wriggling down the blue stream.
No.
Oh God, pit mouse. Brilliant. And it's been. Then he gets the bread. Further up the roadway, there was somebody. He'd been killing mice. You know, we've got about 20 mice all in a row. You know, on one of the loaders. Jesus. So we're like overrun. But after it strikes, you know, after pit strikes, you know, no more. They must have. I said, where's all mice gone? He said, oh, they'll have ate each other.
Oh,
you know,
God.
the cannibals. He says, I once put 3 mice in a bottle. He says, you catch it, put a water bottle. This is down pit. And it comes down and it says, they can't get back out. He said, no, fastened it. He said, but the one mouse left after a week. He said, the one mouse. Blimey heck. Now, do you want to know about the pit ghost?
Oh yeah, go on.
Right. They used to tell you about this pit ghost, Lalu.
Lalu,
yeah. So it went down the deep at Memphis. There's been telling these stories about Lalu. So going along this roadway, and then, you know, so having a laugh. And so, some of the lads, listening intently to different ghost stories and say something about Lalu, or jump out and get you or wherever. He says, because there are no toilets down, he says, if you get in one of them manholes, he says sometimes it might jump out or jump on you while you're having a number 1 or 2, because there were no toilets, they used to stink the place out. And so you covered it with dust, but he says, if you didn't cover it up, Lalu would get you, and, you know, it'd pop out from nowhere. And then all of a sudden, in distance, you know, about 100, 200 yards away, these like green eyes blinking, you know, really bright, shining headlamp, as cap lamps. These 2 eyes blink. I thought, oh, there, what's that? And this trainer, he says, it's Lalu. Lalu. Then my ear started feeling a bit itchy, and lads are, getting behind each other. What is it? What is it? And I'm looking, you know, because I want to get closer to find out what this thing were. He says, it is. He says, be careful as you go up, be quiet. He says, just keep going. And we got up, and it kept blinking, then moving to one side, these eyes. What the friggin' hecky is that? You know, I mean, it's moving, you know, it's low down, it's not a man, you know, it's something. And it was a big cat, a big tomcat down pit. At mine, they used to feed this cat, this is at Memphis with their pony. And they used to feed the cat, and it used to feed on mice as well at that time. Yeah. And I thought, talk about relief when I saw the cat. I said, what's the cat doing down pit? I said, bad enough they've got ponies down pit. I said, now you've got a cat. I said, oh no, it's pit cat. You know, so we only take it out whenever they go on strike or, you know, all miners feed it and whatever. So yeah, then what really interesting bits in mining.
Yeah, the detail.
But like I said, after my friend got killed on my job, I did 12 months, I think. I had to leave, you know. My brothers had all left pits to go into all the jobs, and I left the coal mine then, and I went to work at Stelrad's making radiators.
Okay.
And there were more gaffers, you know, like at KB Pit. If anybody upset the job, if a gaffer came around and said, I want you to do this, you've got to do that, you've got to do this. Right, so we're not doing that, we're going to rag up, we went for what we're paid for. I said, rag up and they go out at pit, go on strike, then they come back down again next day. So, you know, so we got a day off.
Yeah.
I've been, fantastic. There were good times. You know, with union, they get you out. When I went to Stelrad's, they got all these gaffers. And I'm testing radiators, making radiators and welding and testing them. And then this one gaffer came to me and he says, the line stopped and I had to mark everything down on a sheet. So I sat down in a chair to mark the sheet.
Yeah.
And then as I sat down, this gaffer came along and he says, what are you doing? I said, I'm marking my sheet. You can't, he says, get a brush. I said, who are you? Who talk to me like that? You've been like I'm a bit of dirt or something. I'm Mr. So-and-so. I said, I don't care who you are, you don't talk to people. He says, right, he says, you've got a warning. And then I went to union, I thought, these union men, just do what he says, just do what he says. And I was just shocked. I thought, well, if there'd been a miner down pit, you know, they'd all gone on strike, the whole lot.
Really?
So that would have been it. It'd been, they'd all, you know, well, they got something resolved and then back down to pit again. Yeah. You know, been argue things out at union box or whatever, who's right and who's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
But then I thought, in the first few weeks, before I settled in, I went back to KBP. And I said, sorry. He says, I know you were a good worker at KBP and all that. He said, but you shouldn't have left. He said, because now there's a total end block on all area. That was like 5 years before big strike. Oh, God.
So that would have meant what? That you'd have not been working there, or?
Like I said, before big 1984 the 85 strike, I went working at Pitts then. It was like just 4 or 5 years before I worked at Stelradson.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I did a bit, when things got a bit tight because, what do you call it? Falklands War came on as well.
All right.
And then Metal Box Company, you know, they're laying off men. So I was last in, first out, one of them.
Yeah.
And then I did a bit of film extring for Threads for Barry Hines.
Oh, yes, right.
And I had a good old chat with Barry Hines about price of coal. Doing, you know, so I made friends with him. So, and we talked about KBP, and he'd use about him using KBP disaster in his price of coal thing.
Yes.
It's, I mean, I am in Threads, his other film.
Really?
So it's, and then, you know, we became friends. Well, then I lost touch with him as well, same with like Tony Christie. So I lost touch with him and then found out we were in a nursing home.
Oh, gosh.
And with dementia, I think, or Alzheimer's. And I went to see him in a nursing home. And it was sad because he didn't even know his wife.
Well,
You know, I said, oh, God. So a great mind
yeah.
wrote all these stories, all these plays, and resorted to that. And then I'd say he's passed on now.
Mm.
And I've seen a few of my friends, you know, with lung diseases and whatever, who went through all the mining, you know, and seen them walking up the street, you know, spitting and whatever, how it's affected them over the years. All passed away, and I think, oh God. And there's a strike photo of me back in the 70s, and I showed it to somebody. I said, oh, you know, all of them on that photo are all dead. I said, cheeky sod. I said, look, I said, that's me there. You know, the way that every one on this picture, except for me, still going. As I said, I look young for my age.
You do. Not in this sculpture, though.
I know, it make me ill. Somebody was saying to me the other day, it says, oh, I like all these characters that Laurence has sculpted, because they all look rugged, and except for me. So going to put you up on Disney.
You're too smooth, you got baby face.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
It's all that chewing gum.
All this is complimentary. Yeah.
Oh,
It's 11 o'clock.
oh, sugar. Right. Well, I need another half hour on that.
You're not doing too bad at all. You're working well.
It's not too bad at it, really, is it?
We'll give him production bonus for all this.
I even gave him a compliment yesterday.
Yeah.
That's the first one in the whole year that we've been doing
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I'll give it a treat. I'll give him a word. You got one?
I'm good, thanks.
Go on. Put one. Put it back in my pocket.
Yeah, yeah. Save it.
You're not going to get dreaded lurgy, you know. I mean, after
Well,
chewing all this stuff he's eating here.
I know.
Yeah.
I give it some eyeballs. I think you need an eyeball. You know, twinkle in your eye, you do.
Oh, you're good. You're looking after me. Yeah.
Great face. I could have done with a bit of time on that.
Why don't we just get a close-up of the sculpture?
You want me to turn around?
Yeah, if you're on.
I'm still doing it.
Do I shut my mouth while you take a photo? Yeah. Well, I'm all right. If you want to carry on.
It's just we've got another one coming, and
Oh,
I have to prepare for him.
You've got two, haven't you?
2 more today.
Yeah.
We're over halfway now. You're at the halfway stage.
Yeah.
But I could keep going. Just fill you out a bit.
Yeah, when Joe McCabe, is it? When she said, oh, good news, Stephen, you're going for your being sculptured. I said, oh yeah, thanks Joe, you know, I mean, told me date and everything. Yeah. Yeah, just prepare for this, she said. I said, what? She says, it's even better still. I said, what? She says, going to be live streamed. What? You mean I'm going to be in front? So that came as a shock.
Yeah. Well, it's out there now. All those tales. Brilliant. You were brilliant. Are we finished?
Yeah.
It was brilliant, wasn't he? Oh, that was absolutely fantastic. I hope I can do you justice.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. My eyes are rough.
Yeah, a little bit lower.
Yeah, get. Go. 2 levels.
That's because you're laughing too